But they did tell my agency, yo, he lost a job because of this. He lost his job because, I'm talking about that they took a lot of money out of my mouth, bro.
So what happens after, you know, the charges are dropped? What have you been up to? Like, where did you go? Did you disappear? Did you get back on set?
Man, I was delivering food. Postmates.
Why is that?
Because I can't book nothing. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
So that was an assumption. But yeah, what happens? You get out of jail.
Yeah. Oh, I laid low for a while. I had a couple of court dates after that. I was with another lawyer at that time, but you know, him and I we parted ways because, you know, he had other things going on, so I wanted to go with somebody that can actually dive into my case, and we parted on good terms. So then that's when I hired my man over here, Jacob Luxman, and he sure showed me, like I said, if I would have hired him first, I'm just being honest, I really feel like this case would have been over before it would have been cleared, I would say within probably like 2-3 months. But because of who I had, I think this case was just too overwhelming for him to handle. But I did kind of go off. I forgot what we were talking about.
No, totally fine. Okay. And I'm gonna, if Jacob is down, I'll bring him in shortly to kind of talk about what's going on currently. Yeah. But my question for you was, like, walking the audience through. Right. You know, you're over 100 commercials. Yeah. At the time, you were best friends. I was filming as well. I was filming a movie called Get Lucky. I was arrested, and I'm the lead of the movie. So what, like that to me, because Hollywood is about reputation. Yeah. Entertainment is about reputation. Mm-hmm. That was stripped from you.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah.
So what happens from someone that experienced it? You said that was your next gig of driving.
I was postmating. I'm talking about straight up delivering food. Like, I'm talking about the app, the whole thing. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I made a lot of money on Postmates. I ain't here trying to promote it or nothing, but I'm just saying, man, it got me and my wife through. Wow. You know, but it was a lot of work, but that's what I was doing. But now I bowl. I'm an avid bowler, man. I so I'll make my money on the side. I don't know what Charlamagne was talking about. I mean, he brings up my bowling. He was trying to clown, of course.
Right.
I am a professional bowler. You know, I do bowl professionally, but that doesn't mean that I go out on, if they have 17 stops, I may do 1 or 2 out of the stops. You know what I mean? So that's how I'm making my money now. I go bowl, you know, and I make my little money, you know.
Are you ever think about try to give Hollywood a shot? Are you still pursuing that?
Hollywood?
Yeah, like acting.
Oh, acting? Oh, hell yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, you know, I guess, I don't know what this case.
So I'm trying to I just want to know how this thing works. So what, your name hits the casting or the audition and they're like, no, thank you?
No, so what's happening is I'm going out, but I ain't booking. You know what I mean? So, you know, I can tell you right now that I've lost 7 jobs already. And the person that told me that, I would never mention that person's name, but they did tell my agency, yo, he lost a job because of this. He lost his job because, I'm talking about that they took a lot of money out of my mouth, bro. Like, I book. I book. You know, meaning I can get a job in acting, you know. But this cloud of this case is over my head right now.
Why do you think people won't book you? Just because it's like
they just don't want to.
You're not to be trusted, or are we trying to keeping Kevin's credit?
That it ain't nowhere near about me not being trusted. It's 100%, in my opinion, that what they, you know, Kevin is huge now, and they may want to keep those relationships. And I can speak on it because I've already had 2 people tell me. They say, it ain't got nothing to do with you, man, but it's a business. You know what I mean? So the business is that I can't fuck with you, Jay, until you clear whatever you got going on. You gotta clear that up, you know, because they want to hire me, but they don't want to cross that bridge with this person's team over here because they may want that person, they may want Kev or somebody, you know, and they be like, nah, and if they hire me, they be like, nah, you know, you hire JT.
So what needs to happen for your name, you think, for this light to be at the end of the tunnel?
Public opinion, you know what I mean? This case to be dropped. Because I'm gonna tell you straight up, the DA is never gonna say they messed up. Nobody's gonna say that they messed up. You know what I mean? And that's just one of those things that I will have to now, you know, start doing things like this. You know, I have to get my name back. You know, just do that groundwork. You know, so that's pretty much.
Why have you kind of over time? Why haven't we heard from you regarding this?
Yeah, well, you know, because I didn't say nothing. Oh, I wanted to. I wanted to, but I was going to be ignorant about it. But that's when my wife stepped in and told me just to chill. And I was under the impression with my first lawyer that this stuff was going to be over with quickly because of what, you know, what we knew, and that didn't happen. So then a year goes by, I'm like, I want to say something, but then now I think the case was kind of like dwindling, and if I get out there and say something, somebody's going to be like, oh man, shut up. You know what I mean? Or you know, with no, you know, because we didn't have the receipts that we have now, so we can just show, you know, because if I'm just coming out like, I didn't do that, like, man, yeah, man, whatever, man. The cop said you did it, so you did it. So I didn't want to look like a fool by just jumping out by saying anything about the case. But I will say what really made me start wanting to say something is when Kevin came out with that docuseries. And I was just like, really, homie?